Welcome to the Bipolar Coach. I'm Owen Kessels. Today I wanted to cover mood mapping. This is something that I often talk about with clients, general clients, people also with mood issues or bipolar, but it's something that we normally have happening in life. We all have mood, we all have something that we're experiencing. It's not something we're normally thinking about. Now, Dr. Liz Miller has written a great book called Mood Mapping, and I want to share with you today something of how she charts mood. So if you can imagine that there's two axes, this one is high energy, this one is low energy, this one is negative attitude, this one is positive attitude. So to save time, I've mapped that out already. So if we were high energy and positive attitude, that would be like action. If we were negative attitude and low energy, that would be depressed. If we were positive attitude and low energy, that could be calm or relaxed. And if we were high energy and negative attitude, that would be anxiety. So those are four areas of mood. We can each experience all of those, and we can shift across those during the day. Now, ordinarily we want to be more over on the positive side rather than the negative. But, having said that, action can also be global financial crisis, overconfident. Problem? What problem? So that could be busy or, like the global financial crisis. Economies have moods. Depressed might be creative or reflective. Calm and relaxed might be lazy. Anxiety might be performance. The anxiety hormone cortisol is also the performance hormone. This can be performance as well over an action. Now, the first question I come up with for myself and for others is, well, where am I? So if I was checking in with myself in the morning or during the day or later in the evening, the question is, well, where am I? So say I was down here, then my next question, and part of this is based on Tom Wootton's material from the Bipolar Advantage, is, well, how comfortable am I? So where am I? How comfortable am I? And how comfortable are other people around me? So the mood itself might be something that I am able to make use of. Just because I'm feeling low energy and because I'm feeling negative doesn't mean that I have to do negative things or that it has to be a negative. I might actually be able to harness that in some way. So his question is, how comfortable are you? How comfortable are others around you? Now, part of that might depend on the intensity, so what's the intensity of this level, and also the time. How long can I exist at that level before it's becoming difficult for me to actually handle that, or for others to handle me being in that zone. So at that point we may be looking at, well, what are the interventions? So I might have a low level intervention, I might have medium level, or I might have high level interventions, which I know from experience are things that I might need. So if I want to shift from this mood to a different mood, because I might go, well, how comfortable am I, but also, well, where do I want to be? There might be some things that we can do to shift into other places. So For example, I'm jumping around here a bit, but if I was feeling lazy, going to work or mixing with other people might lift my mood. So that could get me up here. If I'm spending a lot of time up here being very busy, that perhaps there's some things, the difficult things I'm trying to avoid, or I'm getting over involved up here, one of the impacts for people is that we can then end up lower energy, and now we're down here. So we might want to think about what our pace is, what our rhythm and routine is, and part of mapping our mood enables us to just tap in, check in with ourselves where we are. So how comfortable am I? How comfortable are the people around me? Where do I want to be? What's the intensity? How long can I stay at that intensity? And therefore, what might the interventions be that I might do to shift? So there's something normal about mood. It seems to be a very useful conversation, what I've just talked about, with people I don't have you here to check in with. And I'd probably take a little bit more time to talk through how that relates to you. What do you notice? And you can, but I have found people go, oh, right. And I think, like, if you've been involved in actually like mapping your mood before, like kind of +1, +2, +3, or -1, -2, -3, I find in some ways that like, okay, that's okay to do, but it doesn't actually give me practical information on what do I do from here, where am I? And sometimes the -2s can blur into the -2s or the -1s. It doesn't actually give me, and I really agree with Dr. Liz Miller that there's something more powerful about these two axes. And in some ways there's a third axis, like I was referring to, where the depressed mood, is it depressed or creative? So is it in a positive sense, or is it in a negative sense? It might be quite uncomfortable, but it might also be something that we're able to harness. Just because we're low energy doesn't mean we're able to get up and get some things get some things done. Having said that, I know that, like with bipolar, there can be more like a physical fatigue element to it. So those are things too. But if we kind of breathe and kind of go, well, okay, that's where I am, it's not like we have to get frustrated that we're depressed that we're depressed. We're kind of like, okay, that's the space that I'm in now, and we're kind of noticing it without having getting drawn into, oh man, what I do, where, what's happening for me. So we've got these states that are normal, that everyone experiences. So I wanted to share that with you.